Welcome to Gaming's Greatest. Today we are looking at a game that released over 20 years ago called The Sphinx and the Cursed Mummy. Set in a fantasy world based on ancient Egypt, the plot follows the demigod Sphinx and now undead mummy Tutankhamun working against the schemes of the god Set, each a playable character, navigating environments which incorporate platforming and puzzles. Sphinx's sections incorporate combat and exploring open areas, while Tutankhamun's sections focus on elemental puzzles. Beginning as an animated film concept in 1999, the project was picked up as a video game and began production in 2000. The team wanted a focus on exploration and puzzles with an Egyptian aesthetic for its world and characters, with its gameplay being compared by its developers to The Legend of Zelda. Sphinx was generally well received for its gameplay and art design, but sadly, sold poorly. Transitions between the two are story-driven, with cutscenes marking the shift between Sphinx and our undead friend. Although the game was heavily inspired by The Legend of Zelda, there is clear influence from other little-known 3D platformers like Donkey Kong 64 and Jak and Daxter, as Sphinx explores town environments, open areas, and dungeons, and primarily fights with a sword and gains several additional tools throughout the story, including a shield, a blowpipe, gauntlets that enable him to move heavy objects, which are all essential in progressing the story. While on the other hand, Tutankhamun cannot die or battle enemies, with gameplay instead focusing on puzzle solving and stealth. In between all the challenging puzzle sections was the combat. It was simple and often at times challenging, with several boss battle encounters throughout the story. Sphinx would attack using combos and deflect attacks with his shield. It certainly wasn't groundbreaking or original at the time, but was a solid addition to the game. Boss fights would require Sphinx to figure out the attack patterns and use his surrounding to weaken them. Again, nothing too groundbreaking, but it was done well. Featuring a charming cast of characters, reminiscent of something you would see in a Disney film, the developers were pretty much given free rein to be creative without much limitation. You can tell the game was made by passionate developers with a vision as clear as day. And that is made all the more evident by the world that has been built here, with every area filled with open, stunning vistas begging to be explored, puzzles to solve, and side quests given by the locals. Backtracking old areas with newly acquired abilities made for an unforgettable 20-plus hour adventure that I cannot recommend enough. With the state of the gaming industry today being littered with politics and wokeness, it's no wonder gamers are turning away from newly released games. It simply didn't exist in the games of the past. The fact is that there are so many great games that have been lost to time that deserve your time. I hope that developers eventually learn that gamers don't want to be exposed to politics. They want the opposite, and that's to be able to put on a video game and escape reality. Sphinx and the Cursed Mummy certainly provides that experience. Today, you can buy it on Steam with upgraded visuals, the OST, and a nice making-of mini documentary all included, which is great value for the asking price. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like or a dislike if you didn't. I appreciate your support either way. Consider subscribing to Gaming's Greatest for more videos from our Classics series.